Third down and 20.
But, I don't know, well, so you're talking about the Colts wide receivers. You want to just move to that point?
Yeah, let's just move into them.
Yeah, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So what were your thoughts on this Colts offense?
So every single time I'm in our league, I own Michael Pittman and Paris Campbell, and I'm looking at this team, and last year this was an offense that, yes, it was more of a run-first offense, and Nyheim Hines took a lot of the passing work, but let's not act like this is an offense that hasn't had some really nice success, and especially at the end of last year, really put up some great numbers. And when you look at this team, every single one of their players seems to be on the decline, aside from Jonathan Taylor, and I guess Carson Wentz at the same time. But my whole thing is that I think that this is going to be an average passing offense, which that means there's going to be fantasy producers coming from this passing offense. Is there value on this team at the is Paris Campbell the buy, Michael Pittman, T.Y. Hilton, maybe one of the tight ends, maybe it is Nyheim Hines. Like, I feel like there's value in investing in this offense for cheap. Who do you guys think it is?
Okay, can I ask you guys a question quick? Well, first
Go
off,
ahead.
to answer yours, the guy I like the most in this is Michael Pittman. And I'm guessing Jake and JT probably feel the same, but I'm not fully sure. I do want to ask this
I've got
stuff.
someone completely different.
Okay, I'm interested to hear that.
I
But
do-
I'm
I do
excluding,
as well.
obviously, Taylor. Taylor's in his own tier. If you had to say, out of those three receivers, Campbell, Hilton, and Pittman, this isn't dynasty value. This is for next season, so more like in a contender's interest. Who do you think has the best, or how would you rank those three in terms of like who has the best season,
Pittman,
like
Hilton,
numbers-wise and fantasy?
Pittman, Hilton, Campbell.
I mean, I think that's the consensus answer, and I don't think it's necessarily wrong. I also don't think they necessarily they pass on a wide receiver. I think they might take a wide receiver in this draft class to add to this, unit that's already kind of full.
The only thing, though, is that they have so many holes. Like, they need a left tackle. Their defense has got some holes. Like, I do agree with that, but it's...
Because here's the point I was going to make. If you think
It's
T.Y.
wacky.
Hilton can be like the kind of most productive receiver, whether it be him or Pittman, but if you lean Hilton, you can get him for dirt cheap right now as a contender. Like, I own him. It would not take much at all to get him. Like,
What would it take? What draft pick this year?
Lounis, I'll give you a 2023 third-round pick.
See, I would take a third. I'd prefer an earlier year.
I'll
Also,
give
and I
you
know
a
that your team.
2023 third-round pick.
I also know that your team is like insane.
Lounis, I'll give you a 2023 third-round pick.
Let's get that live
Maybe.
trade. Live trade going on.
Like, I
there.
know I would definitely take
JT,
any
you're
third.
muted.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I was saying let's get the live trade going for the pod. Just a live trade right here.
No, JT, you said you had someone completely
Yeah,
different. I'm
yeah.
curious to hear what you were
I'm
thinking.
firing in here. Boys, this person's essentially free, and he will be the one that gains the most value easily. Because I'm worried about Pittman. I'm worried about Paris Campbell. I'm worried about T.Y. Hilton. Jonathan Taylor, I think, is fine, although, like, he could even lose
Are
value.
you about to
same
say,
with
like,
Nyheim Hines.
Jack Doyle?
No, that's even wrong. It's Mo Alley Cox. Mo Alley Cox is my
gosh.
buy here. He's free. And I think, Jack Doyle's had some injury problems before. And Mo Alley Cox.
Doyle!
Mo Alley Cox, when Mo Alley Cox was healthy and he was getting some attention from the Colts, coaches and front office, Mo Alley Cox is a solid tight end. I mean, obviously he's still going to be in that kind of wasteland zone even if he does get that starting role. But, like, he's literally free right now. And you could get him off waivers probably in most leagues. I'm going on Sleeper right now. He's only rostered in a third of the leagues on Sleeper. So that means in 2/3 of the leagues, he's free. Otherwise, you could probably get him for a fourth. Free, essentially. At the end of the day, he's someone that could be worth a late second, early third. You're just making, it's no risk. It's a no risk
How many
return.
seasons has he been in the league for?
4. He was a basketball player before then, though.
Yeah, he took VCU to a Final Four. He's a legit
Because I
athlete.
actually really like that, JT, because if there's any position where a guy can come out of frickin' nowhere, it's tight end.
And he kind of did last year, but then they just kind of ignored him again. He was on a tear for a few games. And then I think he got hurt.
Out of
and then they just
curiosity,
kind of ignored him. Yeah.
Dude, I love Mo Alley Cox. I actually really like Mo Alley Cox.
He's 6'5", 267. Like, he's a big man. He's a
Yeah,
threat
like,
in the red
he's a
zone.
big ass dude. Like,
Yeah, he fully played power forward in the NCAA tournament. Like,
Yeah.
he was a beast.
he'll catch the ball and dunk on you. Like,
Yeah, he would. But another thing for you is, I mean, Marlon Mack, obviously, people kind of expected him to share the load last year, at least in the beginning before Jonathan Taylor took over, and he got hurt in week 1, I think it was. So that kind of obviously accelerated Jonathan Taylor's, development and touches and all that. But they did re-sign Marlon Mack. Do you guys think there's any value in Marlon Mack? I'm just curious to get your opinion.
Torn
I
Achilles.
thought you were saying that
torn Achilles
Marlon
from-
Mack had value.
No, I'm
was
not
gonna say-
saying he is.
I had the clown image loaded up.
Torn-
Oh, it's on the
Yo,
screen. Crap.
Torn Achilles for a running back is brutal. Like, I don't remember if you guys remember a couple years ago, Dante Foreman? As a rookie, he looked pretty promising, actually. He had, like, decent draft capital. He had, like, a decent amount of trade value in Dynasty. He tore his Achilles. He couldn't do shit since then. Like, for a running back to tear your Achilles, that's brutal. I don't know if he's better than Jordan Wilkins right now. And I definitely have Hines valued more than him.
He's
So
trash. He's a jag.
At most, he's the third most valuable back on that team. And then him or Jordan Wilkins, I don't know. Because as a running back, we have to always make... Sorry, I accidentally hit my laptop. We have to always make, like, cuts every 2 seconds. I on a torn Achilles, I don't know.
Yeah. Let's just dump Marlon Mack. I'm done with Marlon Mack. It'd take a lot for him to be relevant for me.